chapter 15, part B, question number 39. And so we go to 39 and which of the following statement concerning mortgages is false? A mortgage is a loan. So mortgage is not a loan, mortgage is an evidence of a loan. Number two, mortgage is an interest in land created by contract. That's true. So mortgage is an interest in land. So basically on the title search you see the bank's name CIBC TD from where you have the mortgage. Third, the relationship of the parties to a mortgage is that of a debtor and a creditor. So debtor mean borrower or mortgager and creditor mean lender. No, sorry, debtor mean borrower or mortgager. Yes, right. Creditor mean lender and mortgagee. Number four, at common law, a first mortgage transferred legal title to the mortgagee. Mortgagee mean lender. So the number one is false. Then we go to the question number 40th. In a mortgage transaction, the mortgager is. So mortgager means borrower is the borrower. The fee simple owner. Fee simple mean no qualification required to inherit the property. Third, the holder of an equitable right to redeem the mortgage property. So basically, borrower has the right to cash in the equity whenever he wants. Either he can do while signing it or he can do while getting the second mortgage. So number four, all of the above. So that's the answer. And then we go to the uh, question number third. In BC, a lender who holds a mortgage registered as a charge on an otherwise clear title to a borrower's land has. So we're talking about here a lender. So you can hire a lender as a charge. Charge means a notation, a note placed on the title. So basically on the title there is a notice placed that this bank has given you a mortgage. So basically because when bank lends you $400,000, so the bank puts its name on the title. So basically is number two, an interest in land created by contract. So basically once the bank lends you the money, so bank registers its interest on the title. So the answer is two. So then we go to the question number 6, from 3 to 6. After a borrower has given a mortgage of real property, the borrower's remaining interest is described at law as. So once you have got a mortgage from the bank, now only right you are left with to cash in your equity whenever you want. You have the equitable right to cash your equity. So basically it's number 3, equity of redemption. So equity of redemption means you can cash in, you can redeem your equity. And then we go to the question number 4. When a mortgagor grants a mortgage subsequent to a first registered mortgage, the mortgagor has created. So subsequent means as a result of. Sometimes you get a second mortgage against your property because you need the funds, and that's called an equitable mortgage. It's number 1. Then we go to question number 19. Which of the following is an example of equitable mortgage? Number 1, mortgage of an equity of redemption. So mortgage which you can redeem. So that's true. Agreement to execute a legal mortgage. So it's an agreement to execute. So basically we go to the lawyer and we transfer the title. So that's true. Third, a mortgage by the way of deposit of duplicate certificate title. That's also true. Sometimes the bank requires a duplicate title from you. Sometimes you have a mortgage with a TD bank, but now you go to CIBC bank for second mortgage, and they may ask you bring the duplicate copy of a title. And the second, I want to describe it again. Second, agreement to execute a legal mortgage. So basically means some banks sometime if you get a second mortgage, they register the interest against your title. So it's number 4, all of the above. And then we go to the question number 27. A mortgage of the mortgage's equitable redemption is called. So what do we call equitable mortgage? So equitable redemption was one of the example of equitable mortgage. So it's number 2. And then we go to 35. So 35 actually we have made it, just crossed it, and from there we go to question number 5. The transfer by the borrower of the equity of redemption to a subsequent purchaser does not always relieve the borrower of the covenant to repay the debt. However, there are circumstances where the borrower may be relieved of liability on the personal covenant. Which one of the following events would not relieve the borrower from his liability? In which situation you will not be relieved from the mortgage? It's number 2. The borrower has sold the property with the knowledge of the lender. If you just phone the bank and tell them I have sold my property, they will not relieve you from the debt. You still have to pay the mortgage. You still have to pay the debt back. So it's number 2. And that's it for this part.